Right, hi everyone. This is a video I've made to try and demonstrate how to do a basic modification to fit heated wing mirrors to a Corsa D Life. So the parts that you're going to need some replacement mirror glass. You can get two types. The cheapest way to do it is just literally the glass and you stick it onto the plastic that was already there. That is doable, that's how I did it, but it does take a lot of effort taking the old glass off real time, and I did manage to cut myself quite a few times as well on the glass because you will have to break it. So unless you really want to save some money, I'd recommend getting the stuff already on the plastic. Like I said, available from eBay. Each bit is about £16 each. You will also need some connector blocks. You can get them from Maplin's. Some small spade clips. I show them later on in the video. You can see the code there if you want to get them. I got them from Maplin's. And some 3 amp cable. You'll be able to see it in the video. Again, you can get that from Maplin's. And that's about all you'll need, really. In terms of tools, it's fairly basic, worth getting some snips. A craft knife is very helpful. You're going to need some torque bits, either for a socket set or screwdriver. One of the ones that you need for taking off the wing mirror is quite large, so it's probably going to be a socket set type. This video actually starts with the door cards already removed. The wing mirror casings have been taken off and the wing mirror sort of body has been unscrewed, and you can see that sort of hanging from the wire in the video. As you can see here, I've taken the wing mirror off. The wires have been pushed up where the other wires run. They don't need to follow the same path around this bit because the connectors for the heating bit on the mirror will be sort of somewhere around where my finger is, so it's fine for them to be there. You can just push them down through this bit. They'll come out just sort of here. You will have to follow this wire around so the mirror fits back on with this one. Something like that. Back through this hole. Now I've pushed it down into this hole here. Last time I did it, I needed 2 people to do it, but what I found is if you put a decent sort of kink in the wire, you can just fold it round, look through the window. Definitely worth before starting. Undo the window. Helps massively, and just pull the wire out through here. Right, so once you've got it through this hole, you will actually be able to push it through this plastic thing to make it all look a little neater. What I advise you do, it's the only way I could get it to do it, if you pull this down so it sort of inverts itself, push the wire here and then pull this back over the top. As you can see, managed that. Now you can just grab the wires and pull them through like that. This horrible rubbery thing, all you need to do to reattach this, you want to pull it so it's neat, and then all you do, squeeze the whole thing together, push it in, and just pull it, and there we go, the whole thing is popped through. Job done. To keep this modification as simple as possible, I've just literally using these really cheap connector blocks you can get in Halfords. They seem to do the job perfectly. What you'll see if you look at the wiring that's already running to the mirror, 5 wires go in. You probably can't see them too well, but you'll be able to see it when you do it yourself, and only 3 wires come out. I was going to try and do this properly using these metal things that fit in here, but I couldn't get hold of any, so all I'm going to do is take off this tape, cut out the 2 wires that don't go all the way through because they're currently not going anywhere, put them into the little connection block, then put the other end of this wire again to the connection block. It's very obvious which wire chooses red because one of them's brown and red, just leave that as your red wire. But actually when you get up to the mirror, you'll notice on the heating elements on the mirrors, they don't actually specify negative or positive. It doesn't really matter. So just a pair of clips there and done. Now I'm just going to pair back these. Okay, so like I said, I've taken these wires back. I've just used a cheap craft knife, very sharp, carefully. Seems to have done the job fine. You're just going to want to twist the wires a bit, keeps them from going all funky. I just fold them over, gives them a bit more mass inside the connection block. Right, so I've connected the two different sets of wires up to this basic connection block. The wires I've used here are actually well larger than they need to be. Just a bit of a not quite sure what to buy in Maplin's thing, so you won't need maybe 3 amp wire rather than the 10 amp stuff I've got, and you probably wouldn't need a connection block quite so big, but to be honest it's all hidden behind the door, so it isn't going to make a lot of difference. As you can see, I've left myself an absolute ton of wire that I don't need, so I'll just cut that off. Leave yourself more than you're going to need. It's easier to cut more off than add some more on. So you just want to put your mirror back together, leave your bit of wire sticking through there again, and then you want to trim this substantially shorter than that. This is my heated mirror glass, as you can see. I put on these new spade clips ready for the wires. They fit level and tight. Just basic, cheap Maplin stuff. You can get the code from there if you wanted to. Okay, at this point I've got my 2 wires ready to go in the little spade clips. I just crimped the spade connectors on using some pliers. The best way of doing it would definitely be to solder these on, up to you really whether that's what you want to do or not. They might seem to be working fine, but really you should be soldering them. I've made sure in there there's plenty of room for it to move about, because else you will impede the mirror moving. This thicker wire isn't great anyway, but I'm hoping everything will work fine.